Welcome to a new episode of Nicky Savory Vegan Eats. I am Nikki. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome lovelies. I would love for you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel and click that notifications bell, because if you don't click it, you will not get notified when I drop a new video. So be sure to click it. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back lovelies. I would love for you all to stay tuned as I actually prepare out my vegan Thanksgiving series. All right, so with that being said, my first dish number one, episode number one, I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious caramelized red onions, or you can use yellow as well, caramelized red onions and vegan Gruyère cheese tart. You guys, this is going to be a delicious dish. It's going to be a winner in your household. So as always, I shall see you at the end of the taste test. So I'm just gonna actually slice up all of my red onions. This is actually one red onion and a half, but you can use actually 2 whole red onions. I think this is what I have left over in the fridge, and this will suffice. And it may not seem like it's a lot, but it's gonna be more than enough because it's just going to be a savory tart for just hubby and I. Keep in mind that literally if you get one red onions, when you actually caramelize them, they tend to shrink up. So it's best to be able to have 2. I'm going to be using this Dutch pot right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my first set of red onions into my pot. And now the second onion. All right, lovely. So this is the Rebel cheese, the vegan Gruyere cheese that I made a very big deal about, going and driving down to Pasadena, California, like literally taking a road trip. If you haven't seen that reel on my YouTube, check it out so you can see 60 seconds of madness. Me literally taking a road trip the same day, a 9-hour road trip, round trip, just to get this Rebel cheese, vegan Gruyere cheese. It is so hard to find. So the minute you see this video and me featuring it, that should be the minute that you should go online to Rebel Cheese and then their website, and then make sure that you actually order it so that you can get it in time for Thanksgiving. Okay, so I actually purchased 2 of these Rebel Cheese vegan Gruyere cheese, which is actually a plant-based artisan cheese. Okay, you will actually find that this vegan Gruyere cheese comes in handy for like a charcuterie board. It is delicious. It does taste very similar to cheese, and if you've ever had Gruyere cheese before, vegan or non, it also has a nice sharp and like a little salty and nutty blend taste to it. I've always liked this delicious cheese. So if you can't get your hands on it, I would imagine you could possibly get away with using smoked provolone vegan cheese. But I would say if you can actually order this as soon as possible, by all means do so. And we know that vegan food and products are naturally expensive, so I believe this was actually $18.99 online, you guys. So it is what it is, but it tastes absolutely delicious. All right, lovelies, my caramelized onions are done. Oh my gosh, they look amazing and it smells amazing. They have a natural sweet taste to them. Oh my gosh, so you can see that I wilted them down. Here is my shredded vegan Gruyere cheese. Looks amazing. And this is the Sweet Loren's gluten-free and vegan-free puff pastry. I'm gonna actually only use just 1 sheet. That's all you need to build out this savory tart. And you guys must be cooking for Thanksgiving. You are in the kitchen cooking, or just in general, because I went to my local grocery store and usually they have a lot of these on supply, but they only had 1 left in stock. And I guess it was meant for me. All right, lovely. So what I did is I took some Country Crock plant butter and I melted it, and I simply brushed it on the bottom, the base of my baking sheet. And then I just simply took my Loren's vegan and gluten-free puff pastry, and then I put it on the bottom. So now I'm just going to go ahead and continue building out my savory caramelized red onions and vegan Gruyere cheese puff pastry. So I'm going to just take this shredded cheese and just pour it all on top. You don't want to be stingy. And I think it was good that I actually got 2 of these versus 1. So I'm going to take 1 handful layer and I'm going to put it on the bottom here, on top of, I should say, on the top of my puff pastry, and then I'm going to actually build out my caramelized red onions next. Okay, so this is what the first layer looks like. Yum. All right, so now we're going to take my caramelized red onions here. Ooh, look at that. I'm just going to pour them on top here. Look at that color contrast. My hubby was like, yeah, definitely use the red onions because the red onions is going to give that nice color contrast against the vegan Gruyere cheese, and you can see it for yourself that it actually does that. Oh my gosh, this looks and smells amazing. I want to make sure I get some red onions in every little corner and crevice. Oh my gosh, you guys. So this is what we have so far. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and just take the rest of my vegan Gruyere cheese and pile it on top of the onions. By the way, my oven is preheated at 425 degrees. So this should actually melt nicely because my oven has been on for about maybe 20-30 minutes in advance. Oh yeah. All right, so as you can see, this is a delicious looking packed vegan Gruyere cheese savory tart. And if you have a little bit of residue or juice left over from your caramelized onions, go ahead and pour that. Go ahead and pour that onto the onions as well, onto the onions, the red onions, caramelized red onions, and vegan Gruyere cheese, because it's going to give it an extra boost of flavor. And I'm telling you guys, I can just tell that this is going to turn out absolutely amazing. And with the exception of me filming for you guys, this actually takes no more than 20 to 25 minutes to make total. Just with prep as well as cooking down. I imagine it's going to take about maybe 10 to 15 minutes, especially since my oven has been placed on a preheat of 425 degrees.
And here's how my tart turned out after really putting it in the oven at 425 degrees for 25 minutes. Delicious.
Yeah, okay. All right, I think this looks delicious. This is what's going into the oven. All right, lovelies, I present to you my delicious savory red onion, caramelized onion, and vegan Gruyere cheese tart. You guys, this is absolutely delicious looking and it smells delicious. I cannot wait to dive in. Quick and easy. Literally, if you wanted to get it nice and brown like I did, what I personally did is that I actually browned it on one side of the oven, and then I would say about 10 minutes, and I took it out, browned it on the other side just to make sure that the heat was evenly distributed. You guys, it absolutely looks so delicious and so crispy. I am going to dive on in. I just wanted to show you an up close and personal. All right, lovely. So I am finished here. I took me a nice little slice right here, and let me just look at the bottom of the crust. Oh yeah, it's nice and golden brown. Y'all can see it right there. Let's dive in for the taste test. And it's a slam dunk. Oh my gosh. This is phenomenal. You guys, no hype. The vegan Gruyere cheese by Rebel Cheese is packed with so much flavor. Again, the vegan Gruyere cheese, it has a hint of saltiness, nuttiness, it's a mild taste, it's aromatic, and then it just balances right off with the savory, delicious red caramelized onions. Y'all hear that crunch? Light puff pastry, and then I put fresh thyme on top of it. That's it, you guys. If you enjoyed this recipe and you plan on making this vegan Thanksgiving appetizer for your guests, your family members, and your friends, let me know. The recipe will be in the description box. You guys, if you have enjoyed this episode of Nikki's Savory Veganese, make sure that you like this video, make a comment, engage with me, you guys. I would love to hear from you. Let's knock the algorithms out the box on YouTube, okay? Share this video with your family members and friends that are vegan, or even non-vegan that would love this recipe. It's quick and easy. Get all your family members and friends involved. It's that delicious. All right, lovelies, until next time, I shall see you soon in episode 2 of Nikki's Savory Vegan Eats Vegan Thanksgiving series. Until then, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Mwah.